children, today we are going to study about pollen germination. Clear? Today we are going to study about pollen germination. Clear? It comes under unit 1, that is reproduction. Clear? And the chapter is reproduction of plants. Which plants can you tell me? Yes. Which plants we are going to study here? Angiosperm. So I am opening this up. Here, first of all, I am going to tell you about the methodology. Okay, we'll start with the aim first. As you see here, the objective is what? Our aim is to study the pollen germination. Our aim is to study pollen germination. Can you tell me what is germination is? Yes, Priyanka. What is germination? Actually, yes, proceed. Just tell me what is germination. Speak loudly. That is a different thing. Na? Germination means you are telling me about sprouting. That is known as sprouting in general terms. When we are talking about pollen germination, we are talking about what? Formation of pollen tube. You getting it? So pollen tube is formed here. Understood? Now the important keyword is here is pollination. So what is pollination? Pollination is very important part of the life cycle of flowering plant. Already we know. What happens with pollination? The pollen grains are transferred. They are transferred from one plant to another. So that takes place through different types of agents also. We have learned that. Yes or no? So how many types of pollination are there, Jayanti? Cross pollination and
self pollination.
Okay, when I talk about, she has just generally she has given what she has studied in the previous years. Okay. Today what we are doing? We are revising also. Autogamy, diptogamy, and third is clistogamy is the flower. One is your autogamy, pure autogamy. Second is the diptogamy, and third is the xenogamy. So when we talk about diptogamy, so what is the difference between diptogamy and autogamy? One kindly speak out. Yes, Saurabh, what she said, can you speak out? Better don't speak out among yourselves because we all are listening here. Now this is going to be an interactive lecture, but not interacting between yourselves. So when I talk about, he is not able to answer because he was listening to somebody else. So tell me what is diptogamy? This is a type of cross pollination, but genetically the constitution is same. Yes or no? So it is a type of autogamy only. So it is a type of autogamy only. Okay. So let us now. Xenogamy is through cross pollination, where different plants like monoecious or dioecious plants. In dioecious plants, what happens is the male plant from the male plant anther is going to produce the pollen. Then it will be transferred to the female flower of the female plant. So that takes place in the case of the papaya. Okay, you know the papaya, date palm, it happens there. But diptogamy can be found in the case of the gourd, bitter gourd, and other type of cucurbitaceae family. Understood? You are getting it or not? Yes. So our main aim of today is to study about pollination first, and then second is to study about germination of the pollen grain. In laboratory we have to do it. So today we are going to just study about that, then afterwards we have to do it. Okay, afterwards we have to perform it. Now, germination. What happens is when the transfer of the pollen grain will take place, then the pollen falls over the stigma. The stigma then identifies. So in your NCERT book it was given. You are just not remembering that when the pollen grain will fall on the stigma, what will happen? There will be pollen pistil interaction. Understood? So it helps. What does it do? It helps to identify the pollen from the same species. Then only it will be able to germinate. Germinate here means to form the pollen tube. So that is what we have to see during our experiments also. That we will be doing afterwards. Okay, tomorrow or day after tomorrow. So in flowering plants, however, the ovules are contained. These all things we are not going to discuss because you know them. You just see the structure of the pollen grain here. Can you see the structure, all of you? So this is a simple pollen grain here, which is having two cells. There are three cell stages also. So what happens is that generative cell will divide into two. Understood? Then there will be a pollen tube first will be formed, and the generative cell will pass down. Can you see? It is passing down here. All of you can see it. Can you see, all of you now? I will enlarge the image. All of you are able to see it. Yes. So earlier, if you see, just you see this. You can see here that there is a tube nucleus. Tube nucleus. What is the tube? Tube has not been formed there. Actually, it is the generative. It is the vegetative cell nucleus. Understood? So what will happen is this is going to form a tube here. That tube is going to be this one. This is the tube you are seeing. You are getting it? So when the tube will be formed, children, this is the tube nucleus. So in board examination, what they do is they are going to give you the label diagram here, and they will be asking you to label it out. Understood? They will be telling you to label it out. So here will be A, B, C. So these things are going to be there. Now coming to this, when the tube will be formed, that is known as germination of the tube. I was talking about pollen germination. Earlier I asked about what is germination. So you gave the right answer, but that was in context of another thing. That was the seed. Seed also germinates. Yes? When the seed germinates, it is going to form what? The root and the shoot. So that is the case. Any problems here? So first of all, you have to omit the confusions you are getting. When the confusions are going to be removed, then only you will be able to answer properly. So children, what will happen is the pollen tube will move. Now the pollen tube is going to move towards what? Yes. Yes, Sakshi, where will the pollen tube move? Pollen tube will move where? In the flower. Flower कहाँ move करेगा? Very good. Towards the ovary only. Actually, ovary is a bigger part. Okay, it is going to move towards what? The embryo sac. Embryo sac is known as female. Very good answer. Very good. It is a female gametophyte. So it contains how many cells? 7 cells and 8 nucleuses. Okay, so we are going to learn it more during. Already we done it in the theory. Okay. So children, the nucleus of the generative cell will divide here, and then after that it is going to form. Actually, it will be forming 2 cells. Okay, 2 cells will be there. One cell is going to fertilize what? Egg cell, and another one is going to fertilize. Okay, so all you have learned in theory, the same thing you have to apply here. Now, children, let us now go ahead. So, again, I am going to be telling you about what are your learning outcomes from this, what you have just now learned. Students can understand the term pollination. You already know that in your 9th also, 8th also you have learned that. Student understands how pollen germinates. So this question is going to be important. How the pollen germinates? How the pollen germinates? बताओ pollen कैसे germinate करता है? Good. And that also is due to the release of what happens during the pollen phase. Yes, chemicals are released. It is a chemical interaction or chemical dialogue between the stigma and the pollen grain. I told you like that only. What are these chemicals, children? These chemicals are actually sugar, then boric acid also present, Understood? Then there are other also elements which are going to help not us, but the pollen to actually germinate. Okay, they will stimulate the germination process. And they are all controlled by what? By genetics only. So the chapter we are already learning. Understood? So comes the next thing is students do the experiment better in real lab having gone through the animation stimulation. तो हम लोग आज क्या करने वाले हैं? We are going to do the next thing, that is the animation part we are going to go now. So I have already told you the theory. Now we are going to go to the animation part. Just I am opening it up and just view it, children. This is important.
Study of pollen germination. Materials required: fresh mature flower, glass rod,